What's up? So, you saw my previous little short vid that I posted when I got to my house this morning. You know, they actually returned everything, thankfully. I'm very appreciative of it. I typically can come off as a pushover to a lot of people, and depending on the situation and circumstance, it depends on whether or not I'm going to waste the energy on saying something or doing something. A lot of times I tend to let people dig their holes, and if something gets bad enough to the point, it starts to affect me, then I'll say something and I'll do something if I have to. I'm one of those people. It's like if you do something wrong, and I do practice what I preach on this. You do something wrong, you own it, and you correct it. And if there's only so much you can do to correct whatever it is that you've done or whatever damages you created and all that, the best thing that you can do is not just apologize for it, but never repeat that same shit again. I get people who get pissed off at me a lot because they think I'm like a goody-goody or I view myself as being above some other people, and I don't. That's just far from it. A lot of it is I do my best to think things through with any given situation, because in the end, it's like I have to think about not necessarily just what my actions or reactions could end up doing to somebody else, but how it could directly affect me as well. And would I be able to, in essence, be able to either live with myself or sleep at night if I dealt with something the wrong way, basically. It's not just about, okay, if I do this, will this land me in this place? Or if I do that, will that happen? I try to weigh my options in a lot of ways in almost all given situations. And the extremely few times where I have made some serious mistakes, I owned up to them, I faced them, I dealt with them, and that's just all I can do. That's all I expect anybody to do, really. I can be a very forgiving person, and I do forgive them for their shit. I'm not going to trust them again. I'm not going to ever have anything to do with them again. I'm in that position that I'm having to go back down this weekend, and I'm going to have to stay there at the house until the sale of the home is done. And that's just to make sure that nothing else happens to the house. So I get to treat it like a camp out. And after talking to the people that are buying the home and all that stuff, they were hoping to get a 30-day extension. And I was gonna meet them halfway in the whole sale thing. But with the 30-day extension, I asked them if they would be willing to keep the same offer. If I go in and update the bathroom, since I already have all the materials to do it, I might as well just go get the generator started and go and update the bathroom real quick. I mean, it's only going to take me... I could do it in a day, but given, time and daylight, all that stuff, I'll have it... It'll take me a couple days. And that's to be safe. Then at least at that point, people have a nice updated bathroom with newer floors and a new toilet and a new sink and all that shit there. And since the one lights were returned, I can put those back in and rehang those back up. So, I mean, yeah, No, I figure if anything, I can at least get that done while I'm there. And since they're wanting to extend things 30 days, that gives me ample time to get that bathroom done and then finish, doing a clean out of the place and all. It'll give me more time. I wanted out a month ago. Yet with this shit that's gone on, I just got to get this dealt with and all that, especially if it'll in essence give me a little bit more money in the end on the return when it comes to selling my home. That way, that way the new buyers don't have to go in and worry about repairing the bathroom, even though the materials are provided. It'll just be done for them. As is, I've got somebody that lives down that way, down near my house, that's going to go over and put everything in the house. Giving them a little gas money to go do it. And I do know the person that's doing it. I've known them for a long time. And I mean a long time. A lot longer than I've lived in Klamath. So there's a positive that there's at least one person down there that I can at least trust to go get all that stuff off my front porch and put inside the living room. And I'll just get the bathroom flipped real quick when I go back down to stay, and lights rehung, and go from there. So we'll see what happens on that part. Either way, I'll get it done, so that way the new owners don't have to worry about it. Thankfully, that's only going to involve like 2 cuts, literally. And I have the lumber to do it. In essence, I got to make 2 cuts to put in the new floor to the right size as one solid piece, and then the third cut is just simply cutting the hole out so that the flange for the toilet can fit through and the toilet can be put in. And then after that, I won't put the toilet in, of course. I got to put in the new top floor linoleum. If it's not already used, I got to double check, make sure that's there. If not, I'll just order more, and it'll just all get done. Because that shit's really not that hard. It's just can be a pain in the ass when you really don't have electricity going in the house. You gotta run off a generator, which is really no different than running off the electricity of a home. So I'll at least get all that done. And thankfully I had help yesterday getting more shit out of that house, and it was a lot of canning jars. I got like a half a dozen totes full of those moved out of the house and into my friend's place down there. That way it's safely stored. And so don't have a whole lot of other options. And then I think this weekend, that's when I think my younger son, they're gonna try and go down there also. We're gonna have to rent a truck so that way he'll be able to pick up I call it an RV, but it's a travel trailer, and get it towed back up north so that it's properly stored and it doesn't have to deal with another harsh winter down here, down here, I guess. even though I'm 100 something miles away from my house now. But yeah, try and get everything dealt with as quickly as possible and smoothly as possible, and try to leave the home even nicer. It's already nicer than when I bought it, that's for sure. I couldn't even live in it. But yeah, anyways, I know people make mistakes, even if they knowingly know that they're making a mistake and they're doing something stupid. You don't have to believe in God or not to know that karma is real. And I do believe in God as much as I believe in karma, and vice versa. Because to me, that's God's divine justice. And, you know, the payout in the long run, for good karma, takes a little longer. Where the payback on bad karma happens a lot faster. Think of it like this. It takes less time to break something or dismantle something than it takes to build something or repair something. So just keep that in mind. I have to, myself, a lot, just like most others, you have to remind yourself that good things come in time, where bad things can come rather quickly if you're going to be an idiot about it. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a good day. Hopefully there's no more bullshit after this. We'll see what happens. Later.